Is everybody good and is everybody happy? Are we all geared up for Q4, guys? You all ready? Get lots of sales? Well, I think I might have accidentally up-tipped the apple cart in the reselling world. Didn't mean to do it, it's just a video I put up, and I'm going to talk about that later. But first of all, I'm going to go straight into the video and we're going to go around a car boot because I have got shed loads of stuff to sell. -3 degrees. Can't see a thing. He must be absolutely mad.
He's mad. It's mental.
But this is what we do.
What we got here?
So I'm just taking a stroll around before setting up store because I have got a lot of stuff to sell. So it is selling day, clearing out storage space and just trying to recoup a bit of money on all that deadwood stock that I got left. Some decent bits out today, but a lot of them were priced at slightly more than the eBay prices. So it's just a case of just looking and hoping to get lucky.
They're absolutely awesome there. Handcrafted. Do you know what? You don't mind me filming, do you?
No.
I do YouTube videos. I love coming across stuff like this because you just don't see well-made things anymore, do you?
No.
That's the word I'm looking for. So you've done a fantastic job on. Sorry?
A lot of things are just done by robots and machines.
That's it. Yeah, these are just gorgeous where they're made, and you can see there's a lot of love and effort going.
All hand painted as well.
You must have spent hours doing this.
They do take a while.
Good luck today.
So nothing really out today, but most of the other resellers were kind of struggling. One guy picked up a load of Warhammer stuff, but no one else really found anything. Picked up this very nice Moose Knuckles jacket, but I'm going to talk about that later. Because now we're selling off the deadwood stock and I'm all set up, ready to go.
Same with that.
How much is it?
A £2. You can have that for. Thank you very much.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is it.
Sorry? Yeah, that's where the charger goes. Yeah, yeah. That's this man's bag. Oh, wait, there is it? Is it? Is that your bag? Or is that mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yours, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bargain at £2, mate. Can't really go any lower than that.
So this guy had been at the store for quite a while. He bought quite a few bits off me actually, including a pair of football boots. I paused the filming at this time because we was negotiating and I'd come down from £8 down to £5 for him and he agreed to that. And now he was just getting ready to bag this stuff up. So he was just finishing bagging up now.
How much?
£5 then, mate.
4.
No. We already did a deal earlier. Do you remember? We negotiated price because I already took some money off. You got some bargains there, mate.
Sure, Zaria.
You can have that. You can have it for £1 now if you want it.
나. İşte diye İngilizce söylüyor.
Canım.
Söylüyorsan İngilizce.
Canım.
What's the thing?
How is it working, this is?
How you?
You just press the button on the
How
side.
is it working?
I don't know. You just need to get a charger. That's why I'm doing it as a bargain for £1. Yeah, you can have it for £1. So you're just going to have to get a lead to test it. Yeah, you buy a lead. It's a tablet. It's
Can you show me how is it working?
Hang on.
That was real fun, that was. I had to Google search how this tablet worked. I was trying to explain it to her afterwards when I paused this video, and she just kept saying, "How is it working?" And in the end, she didn't end up buying it. Well, he didn't end up buying it. But hey ho. £1. Yeah, pound bargain. It's all cheap here.
Good. Perfect. Thank you.
That's all right. My main focus now is just get stuff gone. Get it all cleared out, get some space in the storage, let people have a bargain if need be. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What do you that for, mate?
£1, mate, to you. So we made a space. We made £10 on selling some of those new. There was a bargain, to be honest, Bakugans, but I need to really get stuff gone. So video games, these are just the dregs, the things that are just not really selling on eBay. So clothing, we got tons of it. Done really well with the Umbro tops previously, but they're just not selling now. I am just not hitting the clothing algorithm for eBay, so I'd rather just get rid of all this stuff. I have tons of storage. So all this stuff here is gone on the floor now. I've transferred everything to the table, starting to get rid of stuff, but there's still quite a lot to go. It's just a few little bits left. If you look at those clothes, majority are gone, the shoes are gone, and that's what I need to do. Not really made any profit, it's more like making your money back, but sometimes you just got to be ruthless, haven't you? Just taking a walk around at the end. A lot of the stores have already gone now, and I made a new subscriber on this store, so do you know, it pays to talk to people sometimes. I was a little bit the same. Do you know what? There's nothing wrong with that at all. Saving onto boxes, and now there's actually a lot of money to be made in like vintage boxes.
Yeah, young man.
It's the sign man.
It's the sign man. The sign of the times.
Sign of the times.
So what I do then, I do 3 for 10.
It's either this one or this one, because I think he's got this one at work. Yeah, or I cannot remember.
Okay.
Something like that.
So what I do...
Am I really £4 for this, right?
No, but thank you for the officer. Basically, you got 3
I
for
like
10,
those two.
and then I have 3 for 10 each one. 13, 16, 19, etc.
Oh, mate.
Young man.
Thank
you.
What?
Yeah, that's a very, very good seller.
Right, let's get straight to the point. So, recently there's been a bit of a craze around these wooden toys, yeah? And there's been a lot of YouTubers that have been going out and buying these wooden toys from LD by the trolley full. And they've actually been turning a really good profit. I understand why they're doing what they're doing. I was going to jump on this bandwagon myself, and I even went down to LD. But then I started to read comments that were on the vintage groups. Some really sad stories, actually. Whether they were all true or not, I don't know. But a lot of single parents, a lot of single mums were not happy about resellers scalping these items and selling them on for quite a big profit. So I did a video opting out myself personally. I wasn't intending to offend anybody in the resellers community at all. But for me, it just didn't sit right. So a couple of weeks ago, I had a lot of hate on my YouTube video. I did a video going around the car boots, and there was loads of people that were saying like, oh, all resellers are scumbags, or all this, that and the other, all the terrible things in the world. I had to delete quite a lot of those comments, unfortunately, but that's how things are. In reality though, a lot of resellers are just like working class guys that have probably struggled in the workplace, because it is really hard for guys to make it in the workplace now. That's a subject for another video, so I'm not going to go down that route. But there's a lot of really good YouTubers out there and resellers that are very respectful. Carboot Chris, for example. Now this guy, his etiquette is perfect. He goes around car boots, he shows people a lot of dignity and respect, he doesn't insult people, and if he's getting a good deal, he doesn't knock people down or offer them silly money at all. I've even seen him go to somebody that's selling like charity stuff, and he's been like, here's an extra £2 to go towards a charity. That guy is an absolute top man. And for me, don't always have to be an absolute, the word I can't say on here, to be a good reseller. And Carboot Chris, he kind of proves that for me. There's a lot of other good resellers too. John Luke, he's very respectful with people when he's going around car boots. And there's a few others. One car boot though, or one YouTuber, not car boot. There's one YouTuber that has just kind of ticked me off a little bit, because he's a 20,000 subscriber YouTuber. He's got a lot of people that think he's wonderful. But he goes around the car boot, he'll get deals that are like an item that's worth 50 quid. The buyer will say it's a quid, and he'll be like, we take 50p, mate. Come on. I mean, if you're getting a good deal, treat people with respect. This same guy, he even went up to a kid, they were selling a book for £1.50, it was worth 30 quid, and he says, will you take 50p? I don't care how big a YouTuber you are. For me, that is... Right, I'm not going to go on about that too much. But anyway, the reason why it doesn't really sit right with me is because it's kind of like a promotional item for families, yeah, at Christmas time. And in this country at the moment, there's a massive economical divide. A lot of people down south probably won't see it, but particularly up here in the north, there's a lot of really poor families that are really struggling to go by, and I really feel for them. I'm probably from the latter, being from, not from the north of the country, but a lot more further up. And I do see a lot of poverty. So I had kids myself, 2 daughters. At Christmas time, they wanted Monster High dolls. Scalpers come along, and guess what? They missed out. It's happened quite a few times with quite a few different things, and this is the side of reselling that I don't really like. And I can understand why people put these aggressive comments like I was getting in my video, and I see this sort of activity. Now, I'm not judging anybody for doing this. I understand you've got families to feed yourselves and you've got kids. And it's getting tough. It's getting really tough trying to find stuff at the car boots now. So I kind of understand it, but for me, I'm just opting out of it, yeah? Don't judge anyone for doing it. I think if you are doing it, just try not to take everything. Try and leave a little bit behind for others. Because there's a lot of families out there that need that stuff over Christmas. I've made my point. And I don't want to alienate anybody in the reselling community or upset anyone. But that's just how I feel on the matter. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a little look around the charity shops. I'm also going to show you some of the fakes I've picked up. 3 fakes this year that really duped me, and one of them was on Sunday. Now the first 2 was in May. I was kind of learning about designer clothing, but on Sunday, no excuse for that, Scott. No excuse. Just want to say before I move on to that part of the video that I do apologise for the camera shaking a little bit at times. I had a minor stroke, a TIA, back in 2021. And ever since then, my hands aren't as still as they used to be. So I probably need to get some camera attachment or something. Anyway, let's move on. Picked this jacket up at the car booth at the weekend. I paid a £5 for it. It just seemed really heavy, yeah. And this is why resellers have a risk factor. It looks good, the arm's good, the stitching's good, the sleeve's good, and it's down as a make called, you can see that, Moose Knuckles, yeah? But the more I looked into it, Moose Knuckles normally has insignia on the zips. I missed that little one, didn't I? Straight off the top. And also the buttons. If
you have a look at that, completely plain. So it appears, despite the quality and everything else, there I have picked up a fake. So this is the risks that we have to go through as resellers. So it's not all fun and games. I've got a Stone Island jacket now, exactly the same. I'm going to show you. Another big mistake is right here. This Stone Island jacket. It's better tenner on it because it did look pretty kosher at the time. When it's quite dark in the morning, you know. Stone Island on the buttons. Paid a tenner on that, and that is dead money, unfortunately. A lot of people are going to say you can tell it's a fake from here, but at the time, obviously I just started doing clothing, so I didn't really know. But yes, so we do make mistakes and we have to live with the consequences. Finally, we've got these Nike Air Jordans. They look really good, don't they? Really clean underneath. Sole looks good. Size in. But on the back, this symbol's not normally there. This was another mistake from earlier in the year. So yeah, trying to learn about vintage clothing, well, not vintage clothing, designer clothing, is a bit of a nightmare. So I've got about 20 quid there just on those 3 items of fails. So that's 20 quid that I'm never going to see again. What I'm going to do with these fakes, I don't know. I think there should be some sort of fake eBay. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? Well, you could get things that look pretty good and you can get them cheap. So I'm only joking with that. So I've got all this stuff to basically send out. So I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sales over the weekend. Nothing too spectacular at the moment. The problem is I have missed 6 weeks of sourcing over the summer holiday period because I had a relapse with my injury and I was unable to walk properly anyway for long distances, and that lasted for about 6 or 7 weeks. So today I am giving the vegan burger a try. I don't normally eat at KFC, my partner does. So because of my beliefs that people will think are strange, I'm trying this out and I'll let you know if it's good. Let's have a look, see what it looks like. Looks pretty good. I'll let you know in a minute. What's this? That looks pretty old. 4 quid. Do you know, my kids would have loved that sort of thing when they were little. Time goes too fast. Now both 17 and nearly 19. Oh, we've got some ponies. Paw Patrol. These are doing really well at the moment. And we've got this cool plushie here. That is just cool. Obviously, you know me, I'm the Wolfman. Love wolves. This reminds me of something, this teddy. I picked these 2 teddy bears up for 50p, and I thought I'd got Banzai, the Lion King hyena, but I'd actually got Shenzi. If you look at Banzai, that is worth quite a bit more. And I got a Rust snowman because I want to get things festive in my store for Christmas. So this is the best pickup we had. I saw them lying there. These cards are worth 60 quid. And, you know, similar sets are worth about the same. Of course, Stacey's a collector, so these aren't for resale. It's quite old, those. That's not bad. Olympus. And there's a Canon Sure shot at the back. So when I first saw the Trip 35 Olympus camera, I was like, I've hit the jackpot here. And unfortunately, they were priced up very, very smartly. £80 and £100 respectively. 21p. B Baker Street. So I'm really nervous about listing these. I have got a backlog of trainers, and it's all stuff like this here, Stefan Janoski. These I am not 100% whether they're sure, so I might use that check thing. But yeah, there's been a real backlog of trainers and board games. So we're having to take photos of clothes now because I've got loads of winter coats to list. This one here is a super dry. There's a ton more coming up. So we're all gearing up for the winter for Q4. So this one here is absolutely huge. We've customised it here because there was a rip. So we sewed a patch over it. Bit of damage here. We tried everything to get that out. We've got it as clean as we can. It's a Javelin jacket. And I'm going to have to try listing this again. It's from the 80s, so it's quite old. So these are really a large Ted Baker. Size, I think they're about 8 or 9. Ladies' shoes, and these are really popular. And I'll give you 2 guesses as to why. I bought a lot of this ex-library books early on in the year. I bought loads of them very cheap. I've managed to pull out a few decent makes. Well, we got like Goosebumps here, and I think bundle these up, might be able to get $11.99. So they don't owe me anything now, so that's really good. So I'm going to get on with listing things like that. So with this, I'm in 2 minds whether to list it because it's my very last one now. And these were all a find that was from a Palitoy skip in the 90s. Literally, I had 150 of these, and Leicester Toy Store, he did a bit of a deal with me, and yes, he's the very last one. Do I list him? I could possibly get about 30 quid for him because he's absolutely mint. And if you have a look at this just looks so wrong. And look at his face too. Right, stop being childish and get on with listing. So junk like this you'd normally find at the bottom of a rummage box. They're going to make a nice little bundle here. So we've got some A-Team accessories from the 80s Galoob. We've got an Outback backpack. That is a really rare G.I. Joe figure. So I think about 15 quid just on this little lot here of junk, basically. One man's trash is another man's treasure. And move them aside. Things like this too. This is a Beast Wars Transformer, and it is missing loads of bits. That would go for about 40 quid on its own. But believe it or not, even though that is incomplete and broken, I'm probably going to get about a tenner back on that. Maybe even 15, who knows. So that is why I love picking up broken toys. So look out for these guys. These are called Kidrobots. Goodness knows why, but people collect these, and this little bundle here will fetch about 20 quid. So literally, it's an absolute tip in here. I have tons of board games everywhere. And I got a lot of this stuff here to go through that is not listed. Oh, gone out of focus. So, gonna have a great time listing these. That's a cracking game, by the way. That one is where the money is at, though. And this one here, 40 quid game. 40 quid. I don't know what that's worth. We have a big bin bag full of clothes that my daughters have given me. So I don't know what's going to be in here, but it's probably going to be a lot of goth stuff. So here is everything that's in that bag, and there's some really cute stuff here. Bless them, I don't know what they're doing, but these, probably not squishmallows, but they look very similar. It's very sad to sell these, really. So he will probably go on Marketplace because he's huge, and I don't know how I would post him. So that'll be interesting to look into, though. Straight off the bat, we've got a gothic-y shirt here. I'm going to put them all up on the screen now, what they look like. Don't know how much I'll get for them, but all of this is going back into my kids' pockets, so make sure. This is a really long sort of storm coat, goth storm coat, a bit like sort of thing you would see in The Matrix. That's pretty cool. Can't really see that properly. That's my older daughter, so we get into my younger daughter now, and I don't know whose that hat belongs to. We've got an Adidas top here, which I'm sure we can sell, and that is great to get some freebies like that. Always good to stock up. This bench top is really cool. It's kind of vintage from the 90s. I think it's from the 90s. You don't see a lot of mustard coloured bench tops like this with the these really outstanding sort of 90s style logos. For some reason, I cannot sell this top. I know it's missing 2 cords at the top, but still, crazy. I know it's been a long video today, guys, but thanks for watching it, and I hope you all have a great weekend.